Hi, one of the things that went over really well last year was the ability to have our team calendar send out text and our text messages and email reminders to the players, coaches, and parents on the team. And it's all generated from the calendar that's available to all of us. So I thought I'd talk you through how to set this up yourself because it's very simple and it's really quick and it's quite a handy feature. So all the pages have a calendar, and all the calendars on the site have a link down here that you can add the calendar within your own. And if you don't have an account on Google, you're going to have to open one to use the features. But it's a very quick process, and Google's they're not invasive at all, and it literally takes about a minute to get an account open. So you can just click here. If you have a Gmail account and you're signed in already, it will actually take you to a different screen than this. If not, you can just simply sign in here. And if you did, it would bring you to a screen that looks something like this. And I've got the Bantams already loaded up here. And there's an arrow on the right hand side of the calendar that you'd like to work on. And if you just simply select this, it brings a drop down menu. Now if you don't own the calendar, you won't have this many options, but one of the options that will definitely be available to you is calendar settings. So if we could select that, it'll bring you to a new screen, and again, if you don't own it, you won't have all the options that I have here, but one of the options you will definitely have is notifications. So if we can just select notifications, it brings us to this screen here, and this is where we're going to set up reminders for the events within the calendar. So this area down here we're not going to worry about at all. Everything that we're going to do is here, and we're actually going to set up our text messaging as well. So when you add reminders, you'll see that initially by default you get to allow it to bring it to you by email or a pop-up. Pop-up would be like an office scenario, I guess, when the browser's always going to be open. But we're going to be using email and text messages. So I'm going to show you how to set up the text messages here. So at the bottom there's a link that says set up your mobile phone to receive notifications. And if we select this link here, you just simply select your country and you would enter your phone number here. Now I'm just going to, I'll actually enter my stuff in here later and really set this up for me. And I'm with Bell. So pretty much all the providers in Canada are in here, so it's pretty straightforward. You just select your provider, and if you select the send verification code, it's within seconds it'll send you a text message on your phone, and it'll have a verification code in there for you. So if you could just go ahead and set that in, and then just enter the verification code and select finish setup. So I'm just going to pause the video here, and I'm actually going to enter my information. And when I select finish setup, I'll show you the next screen that it gets to. Okay, so I entered my verification code and I selected the finish setup button. And this is the screen it's brought me to now. So you'll see here, actually, that you can add reminders now. And there's actually the confirmation from my text message. You can add reminders via SMS now. It's available, and that's what we're looking at for text messages. So if you select SMS, and last year I had them set up, you can set it up for whatever you want, but last year I had it set up to go off 24 hours in advance, and that way you're pretty much also guaranteed that it's not going to go off at 5 in the morning on you when you have some strange scheduled events, or like an early afternoon game compared to an evening game. So anyways, I think that probably works best. And if you just set all that up and select save, not only do you now own your team calendar on your own account, but you are going to be receiving whatever messages you selected, whether you set up the text and email, and it's a very reliable communication system. Enjoy.